Hey, hi, hello, welcome to another video. In this video we'll be discussing about handling dates in Qlik. For this video I'll be using same dataset what we used in my previous video. So the dataset is from e-commerce based website, and the most important data point for this video would be invoice date. Okay, so before starting, right, let's quickly see the data in the data model viewer. Now when I click on invoice date, right, so you can see Qlik has interpreted it as a text, so it is not a timestamp for it. So due to which what will happen if I use any kind of date function or any kind of formatting, right, it will result as a null. Okay, and now when I click on any other column, right, just for an example unit price, you can see it has been identified as a numeric data type, and then if I click on country, it is correctly mentioned it as a text, but for invoice date it is not correct, right? So to correct this, right, what we would need to do is, let's quickly get into the data load editor. Here we need to use date hash function. Currently Qlik is interpreting it as a string, but it is a date, and then we need to specify what kind of format it is. Okay, first of all, like, this is not a date, this is a timestamp, so we will need to specify Qlik that this is a timestamp. Similar thing you need to do for date. So in case of timestamp we will use timestamp hash function. In if it was a date, we could have used date hash function. Okay, there are two important variables in Qlik for handling date as well as timestamp formats. So here they are. So basically what you need to do is, right, whatever your end users, right, whatever format they are familiar with, right. For an example, if they are Indian based users, right, they would be familiar with DDMM YYYY, and if they are from US, so they would be familiar with M/D/YYYY. So you need to specify that here. So if you specify it here once, right, and if you use date or timestamp function, then it would automatically format your dates and timestamps in this format. So let's quickly do that. For here I'd prefer YYY-MM-DD, and I would prefer similar here. And I would like to have my time in 24 hours format, so I'll remove this. TT is for AM/PM. Okay, so that's about these variables. Now quickly use the timestamp hash function here. Let's quickly go back to the data model and check the format of the timestamp. So here, as you can see, it is DD/M/YYY and H:/MM. So let's specify that here. This should be in caps. Okay, now I'll quickly alias it. Now here you won't see any change, but now when you see here, right, tags, Qlik is now identifying it as a timestamp. Okay, now so this is good. Right, now if along with this, right, if I wrap this inside timestamp function, right, then what it will happen is Qlik would format this timestamp, right, what it is interpreting it from a different format into the format what we have here specified by default, right, the YYY-MM-DD, then the hash time. So here, as you can see, now the formatting has been changed. I hope till now things are clear. Okay, now if I want to, like, convert it into date, right, so what I'll do is I'll use floor. Okay, floor, and then using the floor, what will happen is, right, so it will remove the time part from the date, and then I'll use the date function here to wrap it. Now when I click on load, now the end result what you will see would be date. I hope till here it was clear. So whenever you want to specify an interpretation format, right, you will use the hash. And otherwise, like if you want to format the date into some other format, right, you will use simply date or timestamp. Okay, now let's try one more thing quickly. Okay, let me comment this first. And load this. So in this data, right, what I have done is I have added few dates, and the formatting, all the formatting is in different formats, right? This doesn't happens when you are extracting data from some proper data sources like SQL or BigQuery, etc. But this would happen when your data source is an Excel file or a manually handled file, right? So in that cases, the timestamp or the date formats can be differently mentioned in the file, right? So to help QlikSense interpret, right, because QlikSense would need to have a proper format so that it can interpret it correctly. So we will take advantage of the alt function. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me quickly remove this and let's design this together so that it would be helpful for understanding. So firstly, let's understand what is the first format. This is dd-mm/yyyy. So we'll use date and then hash as we are specifying the interpretation format, right? This was one format. Then there is dd-mm with space as a separator. So what I'll do is I'll quickly copy this part. I'll write an alt, I'll open an alt. So what alt will do is, right, alt will check if we are able to get the output, if date hash is able to interpret with this formatting. If it is not, right, then it will throw a null. And in case it is null, right, alt will check the second function. This is yyyy-mm-dd. Here we have m/dd/4 times y. Okay, we have specified every type of formatting, and if there are more in your data set, right, you can specify more, right, and then you will do an as and dates. Now here there is an issue. Okay, I missed M here. So now when you're seeing here, right, everything is interpreted properly, and now we are seeing here it is being specified as a date timestamp, so it is being interpreted correctly. Now on top of this, you can use any function and try to get the information what you need, like if you want to convert it to dates and if you want to link it to a master calendar, and you can use these dates, right? So this is how you can use date hash as well as date function for interpretation as well as formatting of dates within QlikSense. Similarly, you can use timestamp hash and timestamp. Also, along with alt, you can specify different formattings, right, if you as we saw in this example. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, do hit on the like button. Also, I'm planning to upload advanced set expression videos. For that, do make sure you subscribe. Until next time, have a good time.